And a lot of this stuff can be like edited out later too. So like the sound and everything. So it's just
Sounds good.
How do you look on your end?
I look okay.
How do I look on my end?
It's perfect.
I think you're just so.
It's perfect. Nothing's cut off. Nothing's cut off.
Nothing's cut off. It looks perfect. Everything looks perfect.
Fix your hair a little.
Fix my hair a little. Take it to the right. Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's a windy day.
We're just okay. It's a windy day. Well, it's a little rough because, I did it this morning and it was just, and I hadn't touched it, and then I got a little flustered this afternoon because, well, it rained, so it's got humidity in it, and then
it did rain.
It rained, and not only did it rained intensely. It rained pretty hard.
Today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this morning. I drove through it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It must not have been through the gallery area.
Yeah. Well, it happens. But yeah, we're doing good now. So I went home to go take care of my dad, to go check his fridge and his pantry to make sure they had enough food.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the housekeeper, the healthcare worker that we have, she thought I guess she got insulted. I guess she thought I was doing like an on-the-spot inspection. But because I took photos of the fridge and the pantry. But that wasn't my intention. My intention was just to see what type of food was there. So like later on while I'm talking to you or whatever, I can go on the HEB app and order the food and be like, oh yeah, he needs tortillas, he needs food, he needs...
She thought you were a spy?
She thought I was a spy, yeah. So then she's just like, I quit. And she's like,
while you were there?
I'm not going to be coming in Monday. Yeah, while I was there.
You're like, huh?
Yeah, huh? Right. So then I let my sister know, and then my sister freaks out.
She's like, what did you say to her?
Exactly. I said I didn't do anything. I just, I'm trying to like help with the food and help with the groceries and make sure everything's good to go. And it just, and the next thing you know, the housekeeper's quitting, and now my poor dad's not going to have anybody take care of him or cook for him, and that's it. So
what's going to happen?
What's going to happen?
Yeah.
What do you mean with what?
So she's not coming back.
I don't know. Well, my sister was hoping that she could talk to John, and Uncle John could talk to her and try to like talk her off of a tree a little bit and talk her into coming back. But anyway, my uncle, he doesn't seem like the type of person that's got that soft touch. He's not exactly the type of person to like de-escalate a situation. I think he's just more like, oh yeah, let's see where the ship's landed. Let me see how this puts me in a better position, with the family. So
that's funny.
Anyway, so that's what we had to deal with today.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
It's a good one. How's it looking? Is it?
I don't know where the camera is.
You don't know where the camera is?
It's like a secret.
It's like a secret location?
Yeah. Okay.
I think it looks good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can edit, like you said.
Well,
I like my Cinco de Mayo shirt.
It looks good. I like the Hawaiian shirt.
I look like an islander, not a Cinco de Mayo celebration.
Oh yeah, Cinco de Mayo is right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like me wearing my...
You look like the
my khaki brown and my worn jacket that somebody tried to buy off of me.
You work at Rainforest Cafe.
Where I work at Rainforest Cafe. Hey, how's it going?
Or the Houston Zoo.
Are you ready to see some koalas?
Yes. Yes,
see
I
some
would
tigers.
like to see some koalas and sloths, please.
Sloths and koalas and tigers.
Yes.
That'll work.
So are you ready for the surprise?
Okay. So you have a surprise for me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
It's unexpected.
Okay.
You might know about it. But we each get one to open.
What?
Oh! The mystery box.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my god. Where'd you get it at?
Target.
You get it at Target, the mystery box?
The mystery box.
Okay. Huh.
So, it opens out.
Okay. And then, so it opens out, and then there's
And multiple tabs that you can open, and there's magic cards.
Like the Hanukkah box.
It is.
like the
calendar,
like the calendar, right? Yes. Or like you know, every day. Like if you're good, we can rip it open.
You can't open all of it. No.
Okay.
But we're gonna open all of it.
Okay.
So we'll take turns, see what cards we get.
Mm-hmm. So
unless it's one of those that you want to savor forever, you want to keep one unopened box.
Well, did you want to talk about like magic first and what this even means, or
what does this mean?
What does this mean for you? It's like one of those like interview questions.
I never get to open it. You always open it, so.
Well, I think opening it is like part of the mystery, right? Because it's like, okay, like you got your lottery tickets, right? You do lottery.
I did. I won.
Okay.
Today.
Look at that.
Look, I've never had every single number show up in every single scratch.
So okay.
Look at that.
Holy crap! You must have really thought like you were onto something. So are you like the type that does the numbers first and then you scratch out the dollar amounts?
Normally I just do the bottom part.
You do the bottom part.
Scan the code.
You scan the code.
But today I decided to just go ahead and scratch off the winning numbers first, the 2 winning numbers, and then started scratching every single one, and every single one was that number. So
it's $2. You don't think about like maybe, well, if I spend like $5 or $20, like maybe the rewards will be a lot higher.
I didn't spend any money. That was free.
How was it free?
My company gave everyone a lottery ticket for Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, and you won $50.
I won $50.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's your lottery ticket.
My other coworker won 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's good. So you got your magic cards, or you got your lottery tickets, and I got my magic cards. So.
And I got one set also that I can open up.
Well, it's good to talk about this from the perspective of like normal people, or like actually you're normal, right? Uninitiated, and this has been like a little bit of an obsession for me. But you know, it's not like too bad because like a lot of money's gone into this since COVID, right? So what?
You know how I figured out why they did this.
What is?
I think this is why they did this.
Okay.
So it's different kinds of cards, variety.
Right.
It's not one set. I think they took all of the ones that didn't sell and decided to make a mystery box.
Yeah. Okay. I think so.
To make it more of a, what do you call it, a lottery, I guess. So I think this is their tactic, which I think a lot of retailers should do. If they have an over and abundance of inventory for something, just bundle it all together, sell it as a mystery. No one knows. We pay, I think this was like 30.
What was it, 30?
15 or 30.
15 and 30. Well, there's a big difference. 15 and 30 is a big swing.
Maybe it was 30.
Maybe it was 30. Maybe it was 15. I think 30 is about a good number. Well, the thing is that they charge more for a product just because they can, right? So if you only charge 15, people aren't going to buy it because they think they're going to get like ripped off.
The bad.
But then if they charge 30, then people think they're going to get something. Like I just came back from Japan and they have this thing called the pulling mechanic, right? So it's like the lottery mechanic. So you're not actually buying the product; you're just buying the opportunity to try to get the product.
Right.
Or like you don't pay 30 for the product.
$34.99 for a box.
Oh, okay. So it's $34.99.
Yeah.
So you're looking for so you're not buying the product. You're buying the coin that you can put in the machine, and it could possibly get you the product. And that's kind of like the pulling mechanic, and that's kind of like the whole mystery aspect of it. So interesting, right? He was
they spent a lot of effort into making a box. I don't even know if they promoted this.
So is this like a Target only thing, or is this like
But I saw another YouTube video of a guy. He said he got it from Target as well.
Okay. So
and I've only seen it at one Target. Okay.
Well, I know Walmart does like their version of the mystery boxes, but you know, Magic's going through a lot of changes right now. They just fired the CEO. I don't know if you want to like get into that a little bit or not. Or, you know,
probably forced her out to resign.
They forced her out to resign. Yeah, a lot of the more opportunistic YouTube channels will talk about that. You know, them changing it out. But what do you think? Like, what do you think happened there?
I think they probably overproduced. And it wasn't what they expected. The sales probably weren't what they expected.
Right.
So when that happens, and there's like probably more inventory than there are sales.
Yeah.
And if that's the way they rate their performance, then usually they're out.
Yeah. Well, they definitely like we'll never know how much they produce. Like since COVID, they just like cranked it up. They just turned it on and they just made more of it than we'll ever really know, right? Like
yeah.
And like Cynthia, she was former Amazon, so she used her Amazon contacts and she used the Amazon warehouse to just basically make warehouse all these cards, right? She just warehoused them. Didn't use the distributors that they used. They used Amazon as their distributor. So she probably used her last efforts by creating this. Okay.
To save her job, her career.
You think this was her last thing? Do you think she knew it was coming?
I think she did.
You really?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think there was like a little bit of desperation in it, or what?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I mean, how would she have known?
I usually CEOs.
They're
on top of their sales. They're on top of their inventory. They need to know all their numbers.
Yeah.
So if they have a threshold, if they have expectations, and they don't even meet it or get close to reaching their goals or expectations, and if it's consistently every month over month over month, they pretty much know what their fate is.
Right.
So I think this is her last effort to kind of like salvage what she's done.
Well, YouTube did a pretty good job taking her down. I mean, I don't know how much social media has, but there are people on there that made their entire careers over this. And it just seemed like they all, like in 2022, 2023. I mean, I don't know her. I'm pretty sure she was a good person, maybe. I mean, she took on an empire, very dedicated people. And, she took over a company that had over like 40 years, 4 decades of just, she took over a company that had just like 4 decades of just lore and work and infrastructure put into it and all this dedication. And then she just kind of came in and just applied this like modern day corporatocracy mindset to it.
Yeah.
And it did not go over very well. It was like oil meeting water, or like pouring water on a grease fire,
So does that mean that she didn't respond well to what the customers were saying about the new cards, the new themed cards?
Yeah, I think one was that I think it was just a giant company that had contracts that even if they wanted to pull back on it, they couldn't because they were already contracted. So when they were screaming so when the market started to crash, like in 2022, when it was getting very obvious that it was too much and it was too overdone and it was too everything, when it started getting obvious that there was too much overproduction, they couldn't change fast enough. And I think it was because they already had these contracts written out, right? Like they already had like a set number, what is it like when you go to a distributor, or you talk about that, right? Like when you're going to buy sweatshirts or something like that, and you have to commit to a certain number.
Yes.
And that's contractual, right?
Yes.
So that's already done. And then, of course, COVID threw everything off because everybody was using 20, like the pre-numbers. All the numbers were thrown off because everybody would use previous year's numbers.
Yeah. And you can't use pre-COVID numbers anymore.
Right, exactly.
Like COVID changed the whole dynamic of everything.
Yeah.
Economics, every industry was affected by COVID. We see it in the grocery prices.
Right.
I don't think they're coming back down.
No, prices historically don't come down. once they come up, and we've seen that.
Yeah.
Historically, once they find a reason to go up, even if you could lower them, nobody will.
Yeah.
It'll just go to record profits, even if manufacturing goes down.
Yeah.
You know.
Should we open the boxes?
Huh?
Should we open the boxes?
Yeah. So let's open the box. So let's see what we have going on here, and then we'll do it from a veteran Magic player perspective, and then we'll do it from a newbie perspective. So, which one are you doing first? Which one are you?
The top one.
Are we doing the top one?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do the top one. Oh my God! Look at that.
The dice.
Oh, that is funny. Oh, did you get the dice?
I got the dice.
Okay, I got a booster.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been wanting. Oh, holy sh! Wait a second. We just made the money back. You how much was this?
$34.99.
34. This is a Capenna collector booster.
That's a good one. I like that one. The artwork.
Yeah, this is $20.
I hope I get a good one. I want a Kamigawa.
You want Kamigawa?
Yeah.
Look, it's a Capenna booster. Oh my God, this is like $20. So there, we just made 2/3 of the money back. Let me see your dice. Okay.
Pretty.
Well, dice are good. So, there's a format. I don't know if you've heard of it or not. You've been wanting to learn how to play, right?
Yeah.
I've been trying to teach you, and how's it look? Oh, there's a little, there's something on there. What does it say? EX? EX?
Yeah, EX.
EX?
X.
X marks the spot?
And it's pink. It's got pink letters, or pink colors. I like these.
Yeah, I like this. So, there's a format. I just learned about it. You can actually play against somebody using one booster pack. It's called Mini Masters.
Oh, then I can learn.
So what you do is you take 3 of every land, and then you open a booster pack and you shuffle the land in, and then you play against the other person.
So you don't have 7 cards. You just
it's unofficial. It's called Mini Masters. It's not like sanctioned, but anyway, that's pretty cool.
Go for the second one.
Okay, we're gonna go for the second one. Okay, here we go. What the hell,
this
man?
Is weird. It's not even a pack. Why am I getting? I'm getting random things.
What'd you get?
It's not even. Igor. I don't know. Here.
Okay. Am I still recording?
Yes, you're still recording.
Is it still recording?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. So you got so you got 2 rares. They are from Innistrad Midnight Hunt, and you can tell because it has a little wolf. And then this card is Lisa, the Forgotten Archangel. She's a legendary creature. She's an angel. So she has flying lifelink, and whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner hand at the beginning of the next end step. And if a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. I think it's a pretty decent card. It can see playing Commander. The 2 white that you have to pay for it makes it a little hard, but I think it would be a perfect slot in for a red-white Architect Angels deck. So.
How come I'm not getting new boosters?
Well, you just opened one, and
so
you got dice and you got 2 cards.
Which one did you get?
Oh, this is a good card. So, Seraph the Viper's Fang. Other tapped creatures you control have Death Touch. Other untapped creatures you can control have Hexproof. And then you can pay 1, untap another target creature or land you control. So this is a combo piece. It's really weird. I wonder why they would have picked these 2 particular cards.
Mine was open and resealed.
No, I don't think so. But look, I got another collector's booster. So that's it. That's $40. So we're already $5 up. If you had tried to buy these separately, they would have been.
Well, after this, we're gonna open each one.
Okay, so we're gonna open the packs to find out. Okay, are you ready to do the third one?
Third one.
Okay, let's see what we have.
Finally.
Okay, what did we get?
Finally.
Oh, what'd you get? March of the Brothers War. Oh, the Brothers War was really good.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say it sucked.
What? No, nothing sucks. I mean, no, none of these these cards were not bad. Oh, that's cute. That's adorable. I got the hamster.
Oh, you got the cute ones.
I got the forgotten.
You got the ones that I want.
The Dungeons and Dragons Battle for Baldur's Gate. You know, everybody talks so much smack about the set when it came out.
Because it was about a mouse or a rat.
Well, no, it's just I don't know why it got as much hate as it did, because people said I think people were looking for value. Like, I think customers are very opportunistic. I think they like to look for value, but or they like, like, how much money am I making off these cards, like a little bit of a Gordon Gekko type of thing.
So far you got 3 sets. 3.
Well, no, I got 2 collector boosters. And then, so these are good because these are like $20 a piece if you try to buy them street value. And then I got the set booster, so.
All right.
Okay. We got 4 more to go.
I'm hoping for a Kamigawa.
Okay.
I got the same one.
What'd you get?
The same one.
I got another set booster. The Brothers War is actually really good. Brothers War had a lot of artifacts in there.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Okay.
3 more to go.
3 more to go.
Ooh. Dominaria?
United. You got a draft booster.
Yeah, I don't know all the different.
Okay. Well, the draft booster is for draft play. I mean, it's not bad. It would have definitely been a collector's booster. Actually, the whole draft set collector boosters, that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, so it's a...
So they've combined them, and now they call them play boosters.
Okay.
Well, what happened was the Beast started getting away from them, and I don't know if that was like a Cynthia thing, or if that was just something that was going on with Magic, but you see, the whole essence of Magic was drafting, and I've told you about draft, right? So the draft experience is you take a draft pack, you open it, you pick a card, and you hand them to the person on your right, and it goes around the table, and then eventually you have 45 cards, and then of those 45 cards, you have to build a deck of 40. Of course, you include 18 lands, so you can only use like 28 of the cards of the 45 that you pulled.
Oh, you got the same. You got 3 set boosters of the Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did. Wow. And then so far, what did you get?
So, the dice.
You got dice?
The individual cards, and then multiples of the Brothers War.
I think there could be money in the Brothers War. Because the Brothers War kind of was a hot set when it came out. But it was also the first set that was coming out on top of each other, so...
I got a good one.
Oh, what'd you get? Oh, you got a new Capenna draft booster. Okay, that's good.
They're pretty.
It's pretty. The pretty artwork.
Yeah, I like the Capenna. Capenna.
Capenna was good.
Yeah.
I like Capenna.
That and Kamigawa.
Kamigawa and Capenna were good. I think they put a lot of effort into it. Those were the last sets that they came out with, I think, before everything started going crazy. And before people could like really appreciate.
This is pre-AI artwork?
Pre-AI artwork, yeah, exactly. People actually had to put stuff. Oh, look, I got dice
got
too.
The dice.
Yeah.
Yours is like orange and black. Mine's pink.
I think it's adorable. Okay, we'll put the dice in there.
Right,
so we got 1 more to go.
One more.
One more. Okay, so here we go.
Oh, let it be Kamigawa, let it be Kamigawa. Oh.
You got it! You got a Kamigawa draft booster.
Manifested. Neon Dynasty.
That's good. You got it.
Yay.
That was OG.
Oh, so cool.
I got 2 cards. Oh, look, I got them too.
The same ones?
The same ones.
Oh, they have plenty of those.
I could build a constructed deck now. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
We should open those.
So is that it? Is this?
Yeah, that's it.
So this is it. So it's a lottery mechanic, right?
It is.
All right. So what did you get finally? Let's do a breakdown of what you got off of yours.
All right. So I did get the 2 individual cards.
Okay.
And then I got the dice. And I got 2 sets of the Brothers War. I got 1 set of the Dominaria. 1 of the draft booster New Capenna. And then 1 draft booster of the Kamigawa.
Okay.
So I like it.
Yeah. Pretty good. I mean, I think you did good. I think you got exactly what you put into it. So the set booster is always going to be a little bit more expensive. I think Brothers War were always like really expensive. So I think if you try to buy a set booster of Brothers War, if you can even find them, I think they won like $8.99. The prices on everything's just gone up. Yeah. Which is weird, because as much as people claim that they've overprinted, when you find it for sale, they still want a lot of money for them. So I would say that, okay, are we opening?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's open them. Let's open them together. So I'm going to go ahead and do Dungeons and Dragons first, okay. And then you'll do Kamigawa. Okay.
Well, I've never opened it before. You've always opened everything, and I recorded. I don't even know how you, like, do you keep the wrapper?
I usually throw it away. Okay. I'm not that obsessive where I keep the wrapper. The wrapper is, if you try to keep the wrapper, you'll just go crazy.
So how do we
do it? You could just look at it and see how it looks.
Shrine Steward.
Okay. Just show off the artwork. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a pretty good one. You know, it's a 3/2 artifact creature construct. Mm-hmm. Base for 5. It's a common. Pretty good for draft, I think. You try to combo it off. When it enters the battlefield, you can search your library for an R or shrine card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. It's not a bad card.
Okay. Ooh, this is pretty.
Oh, Ancestral Katana. Whenever a samurai or warrior control attacks alone, you may pay 1. If you do, attach Ancestral Katana to it. So it's an equipment, hits the field. You can equip it for 3, or you can pay 1 if a samurai or warrior attacks. So it's kind of like he picks it up off the ground and swings it type deal. It's a good card. Artifact equipment.
Simian Sling.
What was that one? Simian Sling. So it's a red artifact creature equipment monkey. The equipped creature gets +1/+1, and when Simian Sling or equipped creature becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to defending player. It's a reconfigure. Okay, I think it's a decent card. It's an equipment. It's an artifact creature. It's a monkey. So if you have a deck that cares about monkeys, I don't know if anybody's built a monkey tribal, but it's good. It's got the reconfigure. So reconfigure is also considered like equipped. So that's a Kamigawa thing.
Instant.
Reckoner's Bargain, 2 and a 1. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact creature. Yeah, so that's a quintessential mono black mechanic, black card draw, but it always you always have to like sacrifice a creature to be able to do it. It just plays into the black theme, but it's a pretty standard thing. It's 2, sacrifice a creature, and draw a card. And in that case, you draw 2 cards, right?
Yes, draw 2 cards.
Okay, that's pretty good. Usually, you can only draw 1 card. So, and that when you gain life, you draw 2 cards. It's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, pretty standard though.
Enchantment.
Yeah, Bearer of Memory, enchantment creature, human monk. So it's good for enchantment decks. It's also a creature. You don't have to tap it, so you can make, if you have a way of making a lot of mana, you can just keep doing it. You can keep doing our ability. Yeah, so you put a +1/+1 counter on target enchantment creature against trample until end of turn. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Good finisher.
Artifact.
Moonsnare Prototype. 1 and an artifact tap. Tap an untapped artifact or creature you control. Add a colorless mana. Okay, so it's pretty good. You could just take something that you otherwise wouldn't be able to use for mana, and then you can tap it for mana. Kind of slow, but I think it's okay.
Okay. Sorcery.
Imperial Oath. Create 3 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. Scry 3. Cost 6. Yeah, it's kind of high. Kind of a little bit. It's not instant speed. You can only do it on your turn. Scry 3. A little slow. I'm not sure why you would be doing it, but you know, the thing about draft is you have to take cards that you otherwise wouldn't really find very well, and you have to make them work. So in draft, something like that could be very well the difference between it winning or not.
Another enchantment.
Gift of Wrath. Enchant artifact or creature. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +2/+2 and has menace. And when it leaves the battlefield, create a 2/2 red spirit creature token with menace. Yeah, it's a good card. It comes in, enchants, and then when it leaves a 2/2 behind. So actually not bad. It can be a little annoying to deal with because it buffs a creature. If you manage to get rid of the creature, it creates another creature that you got to figure out how to deal with too. So
you don't seem excited about any of the cards I'm getting.
Well, I mean, what do you mean by them? Or
normally you're like, oh my gosh, that's like a very high value card.
Well, I mean, we haven't gotten to the back of the pack yet.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, those are just. I mean, no, I mean they're good cards. I mean, I think the artwork is beautiful. And yeah, you can definitely Ganjo Exemplar. Whenever a samurai warrior control attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. I mean, it's a good card. I love the artwork on it.
Okay. I don't know what this is.
Kumano faces Kakazan. So it's enchantment stock. Comes in. First step, deals 1 damage to each opponent, each planeswalker they control. When you cast your next creature spell this turn, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1. Exile the saga and return it to the battlefield under your control. Let's see the back of it real quick.
Ooh. I don't know. Yeah.
Let me see. Etching of Kumano. Haste. If a creature dealt damage this turn by a source you control would die, exile it instead. I think it's a good card. I mean, I think it's good for like I said, draft play. Because it makes it, usually the sagas are really good because they have multiple effects.
Which side are you supposed to use?
You're supposed to first play it that side, and then when it goes through all 3 steps, then you can flip it and play it. Yeah, so it's a double-sided card.
Dark Side Chef. It's an enchantment creature?
Yeah, so it's another, sacrifice a creature, draw a card. You know, black mechanic. Yeah, so it's pretty good.
Okay.
Good for card draw.
Artifact creature?
Let me see the guide bot. I haven't seen that one before. So you pay 4, it comes in.
How much do you want it for?
Huh?
How much do you want it for?
You selling it? I'll trade you. I got. Let me see. When the guide bot enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Draw a card. Okay, so it's card draw. It's pretty good. And then if you have modified creatures, it costs less. So it could potentially do free card draw.
Okay. Artifact creature?
What is that? Circuit Mender? Oh, that's a good one. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. When it leaves the battlefield, draw the card. Okay. That's good. It's life gain, and you draw a card when it leaves.
You don't use the Kamigawa cards to play.
Let me see. That is a rare. Biting Palm Ninja. So it's a human ninja, ninjutsu, 2/3. So it enters the battlefield with a menace counter on it. When Biting Palm Ninja deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a menace counter.
That's impossible.
When you do, that player reveals their hand and you choose a non-land card from it, exile their card. Okay, so it's a grief. So grief is like when you make the opponent exile a card from their hand. So it's pretty good. It's like every time it hits, you get to exile a card, and you get a mountain. Yeah, a mana. So you can play it, and it's got. And some people collect those. Those can actually be really good.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Kamigawa, what do you have?
Let me see. So this was a set booster, so I have the full art card.
It's pretty.
Huh. Oh, that's funny. Look at the back. It actually has the character stat sheet on it.
Oh.
I haven't seen that before. That's pretty funny. So the art cards are something that comes with the set booster.
Okay.
Let me see. Got another land right here.
Yours is pretty. Like it's got a sheen to it.
It's foil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
None of mine is like foil. My box sucked.
No, it was okay. It was good. Let me see. So I like these cards right here. because it has the.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, well, it has like the classic D&D art design on it. I mean, I think as the creatures there, they're pretty like. I think it's okay. Creatures are good. So we got one, Dracus the Butcher. He costs 3, a red and a green, and it's a trample. And whenever Dracus the Butcher attacks, double the power of each dragon you control until end of turn. So it's good for a dragon deck. And then you got the Scanos Dragonheart, and I love the design on it. When Scanos Dragonheart attacks, it gets XX until end of turn, where X is the greatest power among other dragons you control, and dragon cards in your background. Choose a background. So, let me see. So there's pretty standard cards here. Nothing really, nothing that really like jumps out at me. Oh, Swiftfoot Boots. That's always good. That's what he's playing almost every commander deck.
Is that like flames on his shoes? Boots?
Yeah, so equipped creature has hexproof and haste. You pay 2, you equip it for 1, commander staple. So that's always good. Every copy you get, you can run it. And let me see. Oh, okay, here's a good one. So Duke Olden, Duke Older Raven Guard.
How come that was different from the other designs?
From what? From Kamigawa or?
No, from what you just opened.
Oh. Well, one is that it's a set booster, I think. So you're going to have like a different variety of cards. So, like for example, these are going to have different kinds of styles. I think the Dungeons and Dragons came out like a year and a half after Kamigawa did, and that's like when the money machine was really rolling. They were like, oh my god, people are obsessed with these cards. But then they do like a bunch of things. They do like alternate art, so they have this alternate art style.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, you're paying $8 for 15 cards, so there should be like a lot of variety with it. So I like it. What did you want to open the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Capenna, the one that your favorite.
The pretty artwork.
The pretty artwork.
But this isn't foiled, right? This is set draft.
It's a draft booster, yeah. Now, what I'm really interested in is actually the Brothers War. Yeah, because I think the Brothers War is really good. That went off because the whole idea of the Brothers War was it was actually an artifact war. So you get a lot of artifacts in the Brothers War boosters that maybe are hard to find, and they can be essential commander staples. So,
Okay.
what we got? What do we have?
Creature.
Civic Gardener. It's a 1 and a green. Whenever Civic Gardener attacks, untap target creature or land. It's all right. It's a. Well, I mean, I think the artwork is fantastic. I'm just. I think what I'm doing is I'm just like looking at the card and just like judging it a little bit by the playability of it. But again, these are like draft boosters. So Maestro's Initiate. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's a vampire. I love the artwork. He's like there, and he's got like a bunch of eyes behind him.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Draw 2 cards and discard a card.
There you go.
Creature.
What is that? Broker's Veteran? Okay, when Broker's Veteran dies, put a shield counter on target creature you control. So shield counter was kind of like a shield counter was like kind of a thing that came out in Capenna, and I hadn't really seen shield counter since then. I think they came back in the Murders of Carlisle Manor, but it was essentially like if a creature would be dealt damage, you can remove the shield counter instead. Rafine's Informant. And when Rafine's Informant enters the battlefield, it connives. Yeah, connive was a mechanic that I still can't figure that out. That was something that came in with Capenna, and then I've just never seen it before. So
Connives. I don't even know what that means.
yeah, connive is something. So I think connive is like whenever the creature attacks, you look at the top card of your library, and if it's a land card, you can put it into your hand. And if it's a creature card, or I think it's the other way around. If it's one type of card, you put it into your hand. If it's another type of card, you put it at the bottom of your library and you put a +1/+1 counter on the creature. So, yeah. Oh, the Chrome Cat? Oh, that's pretty cool. When Chrome Cat enters a battlefield, scribe 1. I love the artwork on it. Always, like, people were really weirded out about Capenna because it was, like, the first real departure of, like, the Magic universe. I think it was kind of like, they were like, what's going on? It was like New York, you know, or something.
Yeah, I like the artwork on that one. I think you'll like this one. I don't know personally, but...
Oh, Witty Roastmaster. That's actually a good card. It's seen some play. That can win commander matches because you just bring in a bunch of creatures and it deals 1 damage, and it can go off. And if you go back to Witty Roastmaster, if you take a look at the text real quick, so with Witty Roastmaster, the key word there is each opponent. So if a 1/1 comes in, it deals 3 damage. It's just it's broken. It's a little broken. When I mean by broken, I mean it's just broken. You can really win some matches with Witty Roastmaster.
It's all up to interpretation. Is that what it is?
No, not really. It plays out. It's just how it plays out, and it's in the wording actually, because it says when one creature comes in, since it doesn't say 1 or more, then it means if you play like for example, let's where's the you had the Kamigawa. So go back to Kamigawa real quick. So I'll show you like an example of like combos that play off. So, and this is like the idea of how like commander deck construction comes together. So let's say you take like this card right here. Like let's say you take Imperial Oath, right? And then let's say let me see your Capenna card.
All of it or just this one?
Well, let me just, the one we were just talking about. Witty Roastmaster. Okay, there you go. So let's say you have Witty Roastmaster on the field, right? And let's say Witty Roastmaster says, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Witty Roastmaster deals 1 damage to each opponent, okay? Then you play, so let's say you have this on the field, and then you play this card. So you create 3 1/1s. Well, when you create them, if Witty Roastmaster's on the field, it's going to do 1 damage to each opponent. So you're going to have 3 samurais come in. You're going to deal 3 damage to each opponent. That's 9 damage. Total swing from just 1 card being played, just because this one was already on the field. So that's the idea of like how things come together.
So this is me having these 2 cards?
If they were both on the field, if you were gonna that's called synergy, and that's how like synergy works out. So if you're putting it together, so like just playing Imperial Oath by itself, or that card I think was Imperial Siege, or just playing Imperial Oath by itself isn't really a big deal. But if you have Witty Roastmaster on the field and then you play Imperial Oath, then you're really talking. Then you just dealt 9 damage across the board, you know. So that's kind of an example of how it comes down.
Did you take my Kamigawa cards?
No, I didn't. I gave them back to you. Did I? Oh, I did. You saw it.
It's like I'm missing something. How dare you?
I know, right?
Okay, so then I've got the creature, raccoon, next.
Cabaretti Initiate. Oh, that's pretty good. It's a raccoon. It's good. It's a 1/2 for 1, and then you can pump it. You can pay a red and a red and a white, red or a white and 2, and it gains double strike until end of turn.
It's a dapper looking raccoon.
It's a dapper looking raccoon, yeah. And he comes in early, and then he can finish strong. And it's actually a really good card. The idea with that card is that he can come in early, and then if you happen to pull in late game and you have a lot of mana available, then you can turn him into a big threat. Especially if you have a way to like buff him. You know, put like +1/+1 counters on him. Ooh, which one is that?
Ooh, just that one.
Sky Scryer. Flying Lifelink. You and a target each draw card. Yeah, solid card. It's 1 and a white. Anything that's a flyer and anything that has lifelink, just run it. you know, it'll pay for itself in the long run.
Oh, this one's pretty.
Oh, that's a beautiful card. Celestial Regulator. I haven't seen that one. Huh. Angel Advisor. When Celestial Regulator enters the battlefield, choose target creature you don't control and tap it. If you control the creature with a counter on it, the chosen creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Okay, so it's a stun. So you know where you can really start abusing cards like that is if you do a mechanic called bounce.
Okay.
So what bounce is, or not bounce, it's blink. So what happens is that card has an ETB effect, enter the battlefield effect, and if you have something that can blink it multiple times, then every time it comes into the battlefield and you blink it, you can tap down somebody else's stuff. So there's cards that allow you to do that mechanic. Blink.
Botanical Plaza.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love the artwork on it. It's like a fountain, and you just don't see stuff like that anymore. That's a big statue, though.
You have like unopened boxes.
Well, unopened boxes of what?
Of the Campania and the Carnival.
I mean, they're valuable. I mean, look how much we paid just for like one box. You know, we just didn't know it was in there. Dual lands are really good.
Yeah. Human Rogue.
Hypnotic Grifter. Connives. Draw a card and discard a card. Okay, if you discard a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay. Yeah, so I think it's solid. You know, the connive mechanic's really good. Because the connive mechanic can make threats get big, really fast.
Instant.
Refuse to yield. Yeah, combat trick. It's an instant. Target creature gets +2/+7 until end of turn. Untap it. Something's dying, but probably not the creature that you cast that on. So it's a solid card.
Instant again.
Oh, Obscura Charm. Oh, I love the artwork on that. Look at that. Return target multicolored permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Counter target or instant sorcery spell. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. Okay. And it's Esper, so it's a good... Esper means it's black, white, and blue on the casting cost. So Esper is like a good mechanic that you use like combo off.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good card. Rabble Rousing. Okay, that wins games actually. Yeah, because it's really good. Because when you attack with one or more creatures, you create that many +1/+1 green and white citizen creature tokens. And then something else, if you control 10 or more creatures, okay, you play an exile card. So there's two things. Just in it by itself, it's good. It means that if you attack with any number of creatures, you actually double that number of creatures. So it's exponential. And then a hideaway. So again, if you had like Witty Roastmaster and you had Imperial Oath on the battlefield, okay, yeah, it's a good card. It wins games. I think it's
good if you know how to play it.
Well, I mean, that's why we're talking. That's why we're doing this. Oh, that's amazing.
Welcome to Magic the Gathering Arena.
So how are you feeling? Pretty good?
Yeah, I like the cards. It's pretty.
I think they're amazing. Sorry if I don't like sound interested or anything like that.
Unlike what you normally would do, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so value. And
well, I mean, no. I think it's. I think. Well, I mean, you know, I know when to go gloves on. You know, but no. I mean, they're good cards. It's just that I was like, oh my god, we're going through every single one. It's like, I think it's amazing though. Like, it's a lot of reading.
I'm excited just to open them up and then just see.
Isn't it fun? It's amazing. Look, let's try.
You know what they should do?
What should we do?
Make one that's like a Barbie. What?
A what?
A Barbie one.
Don't give them the idea. They'll probably do a Universes Beyond Barbie thing.
I think that's a moneymaker. What?
I think it's a huge moneymaker. They went out of control with the Universes Beyond. Well, the funny thing is that everybody was all about New Capenna because they were like, no, it's not even Magic lore. And then they came out with Warhammer, which is like as far away as the Magic lore as you can get.
Because that's actually a game board, isn't it? Warhammer, it's with little players.
Warhammer was interesting. When they came out with the Universes Beyond Warhammer, that really rocked it because those decks slapped. I mean, they did really well. The Warhammer decks I play are actually, I gotta say, the only thing that's more fun than the Warhammer deck so far has actually been the Fallout Commander decks. Because I feel like the Fallout Commander decks, I feel like they just took the Warhammer decks and on some of them, yeah.
Well, got 2 of those.
You got 2 of those? Okay. So let's see. Okay, so I just opened another one. It's so interesting.
Oh, it's so pretty. I like that one.
Oh, this is cute. Look at this guy.
I know.
Look at his art card.
That's so pretty. That's so cute.
Yeah.
Very muscular. Is that you?
you know how much I weigh? I weighed myself today.
You told me. We won't say it.
I won't say it. It's all muscle.
It's all muscle.
It's all muscle.
Muscles.
Muscles? Okay, so let me see what we have here. So this is the set booster. So first thing we come out with is a forest.
Okay.
It's a beautiful forest.
Scary.
Is it scary?
Mm-hmm.
Why is the forest? Would this be scary if you were walking through this forest? Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's foggy.
It's foggy?
It looks like you're going to walk through, like, through the spirits.
Oh. I never thought of it that way. I guess you're right.
It's like walking through a cemetery.
What if this guy was walking through the forest?
Yeah, I would be terrified.
You think you'd be terrified?
Yeah, unless he was on my side. And he was blocking out, he was protecting me and blocking me.
I wonder if we could make like a story about that. A guy with a gun walking through the spirits of the tree. Okay, well let's see if we can go for something a little bit less scary. We go through so many themes here, because you just went through Kamigawa, which was the...
And the Capenna.
Capenna, which is New York. Now we're back in Dungeons and Dragons, so... We got Cloak, Bat Cloak.
It's just a cloak without...
Cloak of the Bat.
There's nobody there. Nothing there.
Exactly, he's cloaked. So it's an artifact equipment. Equipped creature has flying and haste.
Okay.
I think it's a solid card.
It seems like it's simple.
Hey, sometimes simple is good. Simple gets stuff
of words,
done.
Which is good.
Well, you'll notice a recurring theme. The brown parchment background.
I like that one.
Yeah. Okay, so Emoing Mystic Trickster. Legendary creature, human, rogue, wizard. Boom.
Oh, I like that color combination.
You like the blue and the brown?
Yeah.
Maybe I should wear clothes like
Aqua,
that.
the teal.
The teal aqua.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she's got some issues though. I mean, just look at
that's a girl.
look at that intent. You can't say that.
You gotta do they.
They. My pronouns are her, she, they. Attack helicopter. Let me see. Ward 2, at the beginning of your end step, if you have the initiative, draw a card. Draw another card if you've completed a dungeon, and then you choose a background. So, to make the rules even more confusing, in the D&D sets, they had the dungeon, the mechanic. So you actually had like dungeons that you could like go through, but you had to do certain things to take the initiative. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Oceanus Dragon.
That's pretty.
Look at him. He's good. He's
Yeah,
huge. He's like tearing ships up. God, could you imagine if things like this actually still existed?
In another realm.
In another realm? It looks like he's coming out of a portal.
Yeah, it does.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Or it's
teeth.
getting sucked in.
Yeah, or his people are getting sucked in. Huh, are those ships flying? I can't even tell.
There's a ship.
There's a ship.
Oh, in the background? Oh, right there in the...
Yeah, but I can't tell what's going on there. Is that like a portal and the ships are in the water? Or did a portal
It
open?
looks like the sky.
It's the sky? So are those airships? Are they flying?
No, I don't think... Well, it's like a whirlpool.
It's like a whirlpool?
Whirlwind.
Okay. When Oceanus Dragon enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls and goad it. Okay.
Seems like a good plan.
It's good. You know, I think dragons and krakens are naturally big. Oh, this is a pretty good one. I like this one. Universal Solvent. Comes in for 1. It kind of sits on the board as a threat, and then you pay 7, tap it, destroy target permanent. It's not bad. You know, what you could destroy with this too? You could destroy lands.
Okay.
Yeah, land destruction. Kamika's like, okay, if you say so.
I would, because I don't know how to play this, I would trust whatever someone says, oh, you can't do that, and I won't do it. When
just beat up on the new people.
Yeah. It's like playing chess again.
Yeah, learn how to play chess. Were you a good chess player?
No, I told you this story before.
Oh, that's
high school.
right. That's right.
I joined the chess club thinking they were going to teach me how to play chess.
And then what happened?
It was already kids that already knew how to play chess, and they were playing chess.
And you just got beat up?
And no one would play with me.
So, like, when were you supposed to learn how to play chess?
I don't know. So
In
in
elementary school?
High school. And I never went back.
Oh, no.
I decided in freshman year I was going to join multiple clubs.
Uh-huh.
Chess club. I forget what other. That was the memorable one. And then I joined the bowling league.
Right.
The bowling club.
Okay.
No one picked me.
Nobody picked you.
Everyone already had their own teams.
Oh, no.
So I ended up with my geometry
Yeah.
teacher and her family because she already had a team.
Oh, no.
And then halfway through, she decided she didn't want to play anymore.
Oh, no.
The whole family. I stopped going.
That's so tragic. I bet you wish you had like a little dragon to ride through a portal.
This is why
and then you could have tapped them and stunned them and goaded them.
This is why I don't do team sports ever.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Well.
Anyway.
And
this is how I feel about Magic the Gathering. If I were to play, I would feel like I'm
well, I mean, you know,
kicked out.
Well, we can look at the artwork and we talk about it.
That's fine.
The canter of endless water. I love
pretty.
it. Yeah, it shows like a little thing, the canter, and water's just like pouring out of it. Could you imagine if that thing actually existed?
A decanter?
With endless water just like pouring out of it?
Isn't that what a fountain is?
Well, what would you do with it? But if it's endless water, like where does the water come from?
It's like a fountain.
It's like a fountain. Where does it go?
It just recycles.
And it's indoors.
It could have a fountain.
That's going to cause major flood damage.
No,
what if that's on the second floor?
In my house, it probably will flood.
Just run into the sewer. Just keep on going.
No, it just spreads it all over the floor. Oh, that's pretty.
We got an endless thief here. We got a merry thief. Legendary creature Halfling Rogue. Whenever you attack, up to one target attacking creature can't be blocked this turn. Return that creature to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. I think that's a good card. Anything that gives anything unblockable is good. Mystery key.
Oh.
Yep. You equip it to a creature, and then when creature does combat damage, combat damage or attacks? Oh, when it does combat damage, sacrifice mystery key. If you do, draw 3 cards. 3 cards is pretty good. You got the Cone of Cold. So these are like really interesting cards.
It's like portals, a lot of portals.
It's portals? Yeah, I think it's like ice. I think he's like icing them up. Right? So it's a sorcery. You roll a d20. Tap all creatures your opponent control. Tap all creatures your opponent's control. Or if you roll a 20, tap all creatures your opponent's control. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step. During your next turn, creatures your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped. Does a lot of stuff. Kaga, Shadow of the Archdruid. I think a lot of people play her as a commander, actually.
It's an elf?
Yeah, I think so. She's an elf druid. And then whenever she attacks, it gains Death Touch. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, is this like a pronoun thing?
That's what I was thinking. It's like you, she, yes.
It gains Death Touch until end of turn. Build 2 cards. Oh, so it's pronoun it. It's they. That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, but would you look at it, what do you think?
That was the year 2022? 2021?
Was it 2022? Yeah. Everything.
Because that was when they started doing the whole pronoun thing, I think. 20...
Yeah, the date should be on the box.
Well, no, it depends on the...
On a pack.
Yeah. I know I saw it somewhere. 2022 2022.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's why when we were like,
so pronouns are.
That's like that was like pronoun
determined.
central. Yeah, that's it. So it. Huh. Okay.
You're just speechless. Oh.
I mean, I don't know. I just like. I don't want to say like people make like too big of a deal about pronouns, but like when I was in the Army, we called the girls guys, you know, because the girls fought with the guys and they died with the guys.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a big deal to call a girl a guy. In fact, the girls wanted to be called guys because they were with a bunch of guys and they were trying to out-guy the guys in a lot of ways. So
equality.
Well, in a way it was.
Gender equality.
And that's just something that kind of like brought with me. So even when sometimes I call girls guys, you know?
Well, a lot of people say dude.
Exactly. And I think that's a holdover from like that time, you know? I don't know. But I don't think it's a bad thing when you call a girl a guy. I really don't. I think in a lot of ways it can be like a, you know.
We just want equal pay.
So, you know who also wants equal pay? I'm sure the agent of the Iron Throne wants equal pay. This dude's like, my fucking 401k. What's this guy doing? Agent of the Iron Throne. Commander creatures you own have, whenever an artifact or creature you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. I think this is a solid card. I think this is a really good card, actually. You don't seem excited. Now's your turn to not see. Oh my god, the win. The commie wins. Oh, this is a beautiful card. Yeah, that's really beautiful. I like that. So this is the type of card you'll get in the set booster sometimes. It's a foil, and it's a very pretty card. It's a blingy card. So it's a human wizard, haste. You may activate abilities of other creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. When you next activate an ability this turn by spending 4 or more mana to activate a copy of that ability, you may choose new targets for the copy. And it's red, white, and blue. What else was red, white, and blue? I'm trying to think. One of the new Fallout decks was red, white, and blue. I'm trying to think.
The American flag is red, white, and blue.
I like that. Yeah. So it's like whenever you launch a missile, you can launch 2 missiles instead. Let me see. This is actually a really good pack because I had 3 rares. Look, so I got 1 rare.
Does it actually say rare?
You can tell by the little logo, the color of it. So some people will actually like just open a pack, rip it open,
look for the rare,
and just go for the rares and throw the rest in the bulk. So I have Ravenloft Adventurer. He's a human rogue assassin. Apparently rogues are a thing again with the new set, with the newest set, the Thunder Junction. Apparently rogues are a thing. How's your battery life? Is it almost out? Or
I can't tell.
You can't tell? Still recording?
Yeah, we're an hour in.
Huh. Okay. So this guy does stuff, but let me see. So the next one is another one of the parchment artwork. Nine Fingers King. Menace, Ward K9 line. Oh my god. Okay, so whenever Nine Fingers Kings deals combat damage to a player, you may look at the top 9 cards of your library. You may put a gate card from among them onto the battlefield. Then if you control 9 or more gates, put the rest in your hand. Otherwise, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. Gates. I don't even think gates were even a thing. Gates really didn't really come out until Lord of the Rings had gates. And gates are lands. So basically, if you have a land deck that has gates, that you can use her and I think that's crazy. I don't know how that works. That car's too smart for me.
Nothing's too smart for you.
Huh?
You outsmart everything.
No way. I don't outsmart anything. What do you think I outsmart everything? The rug. When a creature,
Well,
a
it's like
player
a
casts a
cobra.
spell. It's actually a rug. It's a
Yeah,
rug
but
of smothering.
It's
It's kind of macabre, you know? Yeah, kids used to get killed by rugs all the time. You didn't know about that? Yeah, it was in the book. What was that book in the childhood?
Harry Potter.
No, not Harry Potter. It was the ABCs, but like it was the alphabet. But like it was like the macabre. So A was for Andy, who like ate a bad apple, and B was for Brian, who was beaten by badgers.
Oh my gosh! What kind of storybooks were you
No, it was in the
reading?
library. It was like the ABCs, but it was like it had the names of kids and how they died. So, you never read that book in the library?
No.
So, what would happen
All I know
was
is A's for apple, B's for that.
rogues used to kill. So what would happen was that there would be so there was mansions, right? Rooms in the mansion, and the whole room would be just covered in a carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking a mansion the size of this parking lot, right? A room the size of this parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, a pretty big. Well, the whole thing would be carpeted. It'd just be one big, huge carpet that would cover the whole floor.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was the kids would, like little kids, like who were like 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever, still crawling. At the threshold,
Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5, you know,
Are
years
they
old.
crawling at that age?
Huh?
Are they crawling at that age?
Well, okay, even younger, I guess. No, well, they would be adventuring, right? So they would be not crawling like because they can't walk. They would be crawling because. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that apparently that's the way kids would die, because they would find a threshold of the door. They would find a carpet. They would find an opening of the carpet, and they would crawl underneath the carpet, like they're
Like a tunnel.
like a tunnel, and they would just go underneath the carpet, and then they couldn't find their way back out, and they would die. And apparently that was like a thing that used to happen to kids.
In like the 1800s?
Yeah, back in the 1800s when people still lived in mansions and their rooms were covered in carpets. How would I know that?
I don't know. Everything's so believable with you.
Wait, what do you mean?
Whatever you say.
I have that believe me look.
Is that it?
You may go. You may continue. Let me check the battery real quick on this.
Okay.
Let me see where are we at here.
I'm still good on mine, I think.
We're so good. Mine's charged up. So
Okay.
anyway.
Dominaire.
Okay, Dominaria United Draft Booster. That's good. Dominaria United was actually really good. You know, so I like that. I'm interested to see what you got. And I'm actually really interested. Well, you just took me by surprise at the beginning because I'm like, oh, okay, we're gonna go through each one like an encyclopedia.
Why not? You do it too. You do it when you're by yourself.
Okay, what do we got here?
Instant.
Shadow Prophecy. First of all, I love the artwork. That's kind of crazy. Domain, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. Put up to 2 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You lose 2 life. Solid card. I like it. Very playable. You know, and I love the artwork too.
Okay. Creature illusion.
Haunting Figment. Wow, look at that artwork. So it's Vigilance. Vigilance, so it's always good. It's a 2/1 for 2. It can't be blocked as long as you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. I think it's okay. It's a good card. I love the artwork. It has Vigilance, and I think it works well with blue. You cast an instant or sorcery, and then if you have something where you need to have combat damage, the fact that you can make it unblockable for a turn is really good.
It says some bad dreams stay with you forever.
Oh, is that the flavor text? Yeah. So they have the flavor text at the bottom. Some bad dreams stay with you forever.
It's true. It's called nightmares.
I totally didn't even look at the flavor text. I thought the flavor text was like pretty funny, but it's so funny how we went through all these cards and haven't even looked at the flavor text yet.
Dwarf Soldier.
Dwarf Soldier. Charismatic Vanguard for 3. He's a 3/2 for 3. Then you can pump him.
Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Cost 5. Okay, I think it's more of a draft card. What does the flavor text say?
This battlefield is an anvil. My mace a forging hammer, and you, Phyrexian scum, are the scrap metal that's about to be reshaped as I see fit.
Oh my god, that's a whole paragraph. You think he was saying that as he was like in battle?
So who writes the flavor? Is it the
I'm not
artist?
sure who writes the flavor text.
Or the artist, and then they see the artwork, and then they write the flavor?
Yeah, I'm not sure who actually writes the flavor text. So the whole Dominaria was the Phyrexian War. So,
I think I've seen this on your collection.
Snare Spinner. Snare Spinner? Snare Spinner, yeah. It's a 1 and a green, and then what is the, whenever Snare Spinner blocks a creature with flying, Snare Spinner gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Okay, it's a solid card. I mean, you know, you're always going to have spiders in that Magic set. What do we got? The Thrall, Enthrall to the Pit. Enthrall to the Pit. Okay, it's a 3 and a red, sorcery. It's a kicker, 2 and a black. So red and black is Rakdos, so you're always going to have like some type of a demonic kind of like overtone to like Rakdos type themed cards, that archetype. So, you know, if you don't like it, stay away from it. You know.
Tattered Apparition.
Interesting. 3 and a black. It's a shade. Flying, tattered, and so it's a 2/2. It's a, you pay 4, you get a 2/2 flyer, and then you pay 1 and a black, and then you can pump it +1/+1 until end of turn. What does the flavor text say?
Ah, yes, I remember that one. I turned him inside out and cast his soul into an endless nightmare a few centuries ago. Braves.
Well, okay, now we know the history of that card.
Oh, it's like a monkey. Thrill of possibility. It's an instant.
1 and a red. Discard a card, draw a card. Draw 2 cards. Okay, that's pretty solid. That's I told you with red mechanic. You can't really draw cards in red. What you have to do is you have to discard first, and then you have to draw a card. So it's a little bit of a lottery mechanic. You don't know what you're going to get.
What is this?
The Underworld Cookbook. The most delicious ingredients are often the most dangerous to obtain. Oh, you don't know how to pronounce that?
Asmorano Mardic.
You have so much to learn. So, Modern Horizons 2, she's popular. She's in there. And for your opinion, and as for your knowledge, it's Asmarana I'm not sure. That might be the Romanji for like some type of weird text that we don't know about.
Oh, this is pretty. It's a land.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Idyllic beachfront. Yeah, it's solid. Comes in taps for either white or blue.
Tribute to Urborg.
Yeah. 1/2, kick it for 2 more. Target creature gets -2/-2 end of turn. If the spell is kicked, that creature gets an additional -1/-1 until end of turn for each instant sorcery card in your graveyard. Yeah, it's a removal. Black does removal 2 ways. You can destroy a target creature, exile a target creature, or you can give it -1/-1 counters. Oh, you get another land. That's cool. And it's an island mountain. So that's actually pretty good because you can search for it.
So this ombre is like you can either use a blue or red?
Yeah, you can either use it for a blue or for a red. It's kind of slow though because it comes in tapped, but it's still pretty good.
Ooh, Twinferno.
Twinferno. Oh, that sees a lot of play actually. 1 and a red, instant choose 1. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy. Target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn. So the thing with Twinferno is that one is that you copy it. So, and then if you copy it, then you can copy something else 4 times. And then you play a card that has Storm, meaning storm is a text. So if you play a card that has an ability, then it means that you copy that spell for as many times as you cast an instant or sorcery that turn. So let's say you play a card that says the next instant or sorcery spell you play, you copy that.
Okay.
Then you play Twinferno, and then Twinferno copies itself. Wait, let me read Twinferno.
How do you keep up with the copies?
Huh?
How do you keep up
You
with
use
the...
a dice. So, okay, cool. So what you do is you play Twinferno, or you play a card that says copy the next instant or sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's one. And then you play Twinferno. So when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. Well, you can cast a copy of this. So now you have 3 instants or sorceries that you cast. But then you did this twice, so then you play another instant or sorceries, then you get the original cast, then you get the 2 copies. Hang on. I don't know how they find me. So where was I? Okay, so then you have 6 that you've already cast, and then you play your 7th card that has the ability, and then if it has storm in the text, then you copy it for as many times as you've done it. So you play the original, then you copy it 6 times. So then that means you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus the original. So then you have 14 instants or sorceries that you just cast for that turn. And then you play, and then if you have a card like, what's the one? Gutter Snipe, where it does 1 damage to each opponent for every instant or sorcery that you cast. So you deal 14 damage, and then if you have a damage doubler, then you actually dealt 28 damage.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have enemies.
No, it's called Storm. It's called Storming Off. So that's why cards like Twinferno are really good. Okay.
Back in my deck.
Yeah. So let me see. Powers of Blinding. Prayer of Blinding. I can't quite. That's like 14-point text. Enchantment Flash. When Prayer of Binding enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent opponent controls until Prayer of Binding leaves the battlefield. You gain 2 life. And the flavor text is, when a Phyrexian agent cannot be killed, they must be contained. Okay. So, pretty straightforward.
This is so pretty.
What'd you get? Oh, yeah, that's really nice. Queen Elenel, Ruidoc? Legendary creature, elf noble. Share power and toughness is each equal to the number of creatures you control. And if 1 or more creature tokens would be created under your control, those tokens those tokens plus a 1/1 white creature token are created instead. Okay, so she's basically like a token doubler. It's actually not a bad card.
It's a pretty card.
It's an amazing
Urborg?
Urborg's, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but
Urborg Lorgoyf.
Lorgoyf? Yeah. So let me see. Enters the battlefield. Mill 3 cards for each time it was kicked. Okay, so that's a good card. So an Urgoyf, his power and toughness are dependent on how many types of different cards are in your graveyard. So you play him, you mill, and then he can be potentially very big. He's good in standard. And then you have the full art forest.
Like,
those are beautiful.
Mosaic.
The stained gland,
Yeah,
stained glass. Yeah, that was really nice.
And then
And then you got the token soldier, 1/1 soldier token. Okay, we'll do Dungeons and Dragons. We'll do my set. That's actually pretty good. I like talking about the one. I feel like yours has a lot more conversation. It took a little bit of time to like get into the swing of things, but once we got it, it was fun. All right, drop it in. Oh, that's beautiful artwork. How about that? That looks nice.
oh wow, what is it? Three heads?
3 skulls. I don't know what's going on there. Let me see. Dungeons and Dragon Art Series, Merkle, Lord of Bones. So you know what I like about the full art cards? Is on the card itself, it's a square. You know, it's like basically a 1:1 aspect ratio square. But here, you actually get the full landscape view.
No borders.
No borders, landscape view. So I like the art cards. I try to get as many art cards as I can. Okay, so we'll start this party. We got a standard mountain. It's nice.
Is that Arizona?
It does look like Arizona. It kind of looks like Sedona, Arizona. And it's got some flavor text here. It says, as you explore the slums of the outer city, you keep hearing rumors of a den of werewolves in the caves below Duskhawk Hill. Wide pass on that. Okay. Oh, this is adorable. So you got Wilson, the refined grizzly.
Oh, is it blowing kisses?
I think he's blowing kisses. I think that's like... What is that? Is that... What's he doing there?
Is that poop in his hand?
Is that poop? He's throwing poop. So this is kind of cool. He's got vigilance, reach, trample, or 2. And you can choose a background. So he's pretty cool. You can like... I think he would go good in like a Voltron deck. Basically, one creature and you build him up because he has all these abilities.
Okay.
So I think it's pretty cool. He's a cute bear. So we got Nefarious Imp. So we just got an imp looking impy. Huh?
Is that Satan?
No, it's an imp.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what an imp is either. I think they're like denizens. They're like supposed to like do the dirty work.
Sorry.
A denizen. He's a denizen. A denizen. So he's a flyer, and whenever one or more permanents you control leave the battlefield, you can scry 1. So it would probably be good in the zombies deck. You can sack a creature, and then you can scry and then see if it's the card you want before you draw a card.
What does scry mean?
So scry is you look at the top card of your library, and you look at it, and then you can decide whether to put it back or put it at the bottom of your library. So it's a pretty essential mechanic. It like lets you know if that's like the card you want before
it's like
you.
cheating.
Yes, it's like cheating. Yeah. The flavor text is it listens to all of their plans and plots creative ways to turn them to ruin. Sounds like what happens with my company. Steadfast Unicorn. It's 1. So it's a creature unicorn. Creatures you control get +1/+1, gain vigilance until end of turn. Activate only during your turn. I don't think it's a very good card. I love the art.
I want it.
I love what?
Because it's pretty.
I love the. Do you want? I can give it to you. I think people would love it because of the artwork.
Yeah.
Only the good-hearted may set foot in a unicorn's domain. Oh my god! Here, you can have it. There you go. So we got Druid of the Emerald Grove. It's 3 and a green. It's a dwarf druid, and when it enters the battlefield, search your library up to 2 basic land cards and reveal them, then roll a d20. And depending on what your result is, you can either put them in your hand, put them onto the battlefield tapped, or put those cards into the battle, or put them all into the battlefield. It's okay. I would rather just run a card that just lets you search for 3 lands and just whatever. Nature's Lore.
Ooh, it's creepy.
Is it creepy? Because it's creepy because it says Druidcraft is a simple invocation to spirits of nature, promising glimpse of nature's secrets.
Great eyes.
Yeah. What would you think? Like, how would you? What would you like? What would you think if like you did like a FaceTime, and like that dude on the other hand had like glowing eyes? You know.
He's envious.
It's like Zoolander type shit.
He's
like.
envious of me.
Oh, this is weird. So Rescuer. So it's a bounce mechanic. He enters the battlefield, he bounces something else to its owner's hands. You can flash him in, so it can save your creature from being destroyed. So it says, fortunately for lost travelers, Chwingas, curiosity often gets the better of their shyness. It's chaos out here. We got cups flying and everything.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, we have Inspire Tinkerer.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then he's doing some stuff. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. And then you can create 3 treasure tokens. That's actually a pretty solid card. And then the flavor text is, what do you mean does it work? What an insulting question. Guild Artisan. Oh, that is funny. Look at that artwork. He's in a magnifying glass. Look how big his eye is through the magnifying glass. That's adorable.
That's good. It's like, hey, look at me.
Commander creatures you own have, whenever this creature attacks a player, if no opponent has more life than that player, you create 2 treasure tokens. I don't know what that means. Well, I don't know if that's the best, but Ball, Lord of Murder. So I think people have tried to make a commander deck out of this. As long as your life total is less or equal to half your starting life total, Ball, Lord of Murder has Indestructible. And then whenever another non-token creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and go. Going back to the Guild Artisan, there's some flavor text. Your discerning eye for value makes you nearly impossible to swindle. What type of flavor text is that?
Very poetic.
Is it very... this is a good card. I've seen this play. Tavern Brawler. Dude fleeing in a chair. The only thing you love more than a good drink is a good fight. Luckily, one usually follows the other. So what is this? Commander creatures you control have, or you own have, at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. This creature gets +X/+O until end of turn, where X is that card's mana value. You may play that card. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Look at this artwork. Veteran Soldier.
Oh, it's a foil.
Yeah. Dude looks like he's seen some action.
Looks like he's about to swing a bat.
Swing a bat, swing a sword. Commander creatures you own have, whenever this creature attacks a player, if no opponent has more life than that player, for each opponent create a 1/1 white soldier creature token that's tapped and attacking that player. I like it. You've always been the happiest fighting for a cause you believe in alongside loyal comrades. And then finally we have a $40 card.
What? One card. Do you need gloves? Don't drop it. Don't let it fly off of your hand.
No, I don't think it's a $40 card, but it's a good one.
That's pretty.
Ancient Silver Dragon.
Like, where's my gloves?
It's an Elder Dragon. It's flying. Whenever Ancient Silver Dragon deals combat damage to a player, roll a d20. Draw cards equal to that result. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of your game. Busted. I wonder how much Ancient Silver Dragon is.
You want to look it up, don't you?
Yeah, I kind of do, actually. I honestly think that's a good one. I think that just...
no fingerprints.
No fingerprints. No, that's lightly played. Let me look it up. You sound stressed.
No, I'm not stressed.
Let me see.
None of mine have value.
No, you never know. Like,
I won $50 on the lottery.
I think you did great. Let me see. Ancient Silver Dragon. It was Silver Dragon, right?
I don't know.
$30.
Wow. I still like my unicorn.
Yeah.
You don't have that one?
They're expensive.
No, you. It never came in. Oh, you never bought that particular.
I never.
theme.
Well, you see, here's the thing. Dungeons and Dragons. Everybody talked shit about it. Like, everybody was like, "No, it's the worst set ever," whatever, because people had like that was the beginning of the overprinting, and people were still. I don't think people knew like what the value of the cards were, but then all the dragons were in it. Ancient Copper Dragon, Ancient Brass Dragon, Ancient Silver Dragon, and they're just out of control. I'm really interested in yours. So no.
Would you like to open one?
No. You do it. This is a test of endurance, man. What are you talking about? Wait, I still got 2 packs. I still got 2 more packs.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
Well, but because remember.
Wait, are you saying you got less packs than I did?
No, we got the same packs.
We got the same amount of packs. Okay.
You just had a lot of the. You had 3 sets of the.
I'm gonna check and see if I'm still recording.
Yeah, it's still recording.
It's still recording? Okay. All right.
Da-da-da-da.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Ooh, it's signed. It looks like it's a designer card.
Yeah, I like it. It's the art card. I love the art cards.
It's an insect. Oh, this is pretty too.
Full art land, or full art mountain.
Ooh, pretty.
Let me see. Aeronaut's wings. Equipped creature has +1/+0 and it has flying. Equipped 2. You know, Brothers War had a lot of. Brothers War had like a flash in the pan, and then it was quickly like it passed by just as quickly because there was Brothers War, Phyrexian, the Phyrexian War, because Brothers War preceded Phyrexia. Let me see. Gaia's Gift. Gaia's Gift. I say Gaia. I'm horrible. I like it. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. What does flavor text says? It says, when it comes to fighting an army of trees, even Risha's best generals were stumped. How can you fight a tree? Evolving Wilds, yeah.
This is what's happening. Like,
huh?
This is what happened last year, right?
In Canada? Yeah. All where the earth split open. It evolved. I like the artwork.
I don't like this one.
Hoarding Recluse. Ooh, yeah. Reach, Death Touch. Yeah, it's a good card, you know. Theron Power Suit. That's a good. You know how I know that's a good one? Because you're already into the uncommons. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each R and equipment attached to it, and has War 2. It's a good card.
Oh, what is that with value?
Obliterating Bolt. Obliterating Bolt deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that creature or planeswalker would die this turn, exile it instead. No. I think it's good.
It almost, you have that expression on your face that you kind of want these cards. You're just kind of playing it cool because you're telling me it's not that great.
I'll help you build a deck. Junkyard Genius. Well, no, the reason is I totally skipped Brothers War.
Oh, I thought you had it.
I totally skipped Brothers War. I didn't because I was kind of like, because it was like there was too much overprinting. So the Phyrexia, Brothers War, all that stuff, I totally skipped it.
I thought you got the Phyrexia.
No, I was busy for work. I can't remember what I was doing.
No, it's the silver box. You got it.
I never opened it. I got the Phyrexia Collector Booster box, but I never opened it.
Yeah.
But the whole Brothers War thing, I totally. Oh wait, go back to the card. I never actually read what it did. Junkyard Genius. Okay, Power Stone Token. So Power Stone Token's kind of strange. It was a rock, but you can only use it to cast artifact spells. Okay, it's a decent card. Heavyweight Demolisher. So it's a 7. It's a construct. It's an 8/6. Okay, big boy. It's menace. Oh, at the beginning of your upkeep, tap Heavyweight Demolisher unless you paid 3. Okay, so it's got an echo cost. Yeah, I mean, comes in. I mean, I would rather run Meteor Golem because it's a 7/7 for 7, and it comes in and you can destroy target artifact. But that's still a big boy.
It's pretty.
Ivory Tower. Oh, it's the old artwork. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life, where X is the number of your cards in your hand minus 4. Okay, so you run that card, and then you run Ancient Silver Dragon, where you got your whole deck in your hand, and then you gain 20 life every upkeep.
This is pretty.
Deathbloom Ritualist. Add X mod of any one color where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Okay, that's actually a pretty solid card.
Oh, I got a foil.
Let me see. Bitter Reunion. Enchantment. When Bitter Reunion enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Okay. I like it. Well, it's like the red discard mechanic, right? You discard and then draw.
This is pretty too.
Yeah, Power Stone. Okay. Did you skip one?
Nope.
Let me see the last one. Huh? And then go to the second to last one. Okay, that was your rare. The Ritualist. Okay.
Oh, is it always in that order?
It's uncommon, uncommons, and then common, uncommons, and then you could have rare or mythic rare. Alright, collector boosters. I've never opened the ones you gave me.
Wow.
I've never opened a Capenna collector booster.
Did I give you a bundle too?
You gave me a bundle, and you gave me 2 Capenna collector boosters, and I never opened them.
Oh, they're in the small boxes.
I'm really interested in what's in this. And it's actually hard to open because this is like the old glue. This is like the tamper-proof glue.
Okay.
Like rip it open, then the cards.
Where's the gum?
Where's the gum? So, okay, here we go. So we can't like damage the cards. This is actually really fun. I got a Rhino Warrior creature token. I know, right? Oh, the foil stuff. I think the tokens. Somebody was telling me there was one token that was like a couple $100 because they misprinted it. No, it was the art card that was expensive because they misprinted the token. So if you wanted a token copy of it, you had to use the art card. They're a little bent. They're pringled. You see how they're bent? Mm-hmm. So this is back when they were still trying to figure out the foil technology. Okay, so we got antagonize. Instant target creature gets +4/+3 until end of turn. The flavor text says, the little guy had guts at least. You can see him right there between those cobbles. I guess. So it's a guy like trying to beat down a little guy, and the little guy's trying to defend himself.
Are you the little guy?
Yes, I'm always the little guy. Oh, this is a nice one. Halo Scarab.
Oh.
Look at the artwork. It's so pretty. It's got like, it's glowing. Exile a Halo Scarab from your graveyard. Create a treasure token. Okay. Gathering Throng. I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
When Gathering Throng enters the battlefield, you may search your library for any number of cards named Gathering Throng, reveal them, put them into your hand, and shuffle. Oh, so this is like one of those, like, it's like kind of like there's one deck, there's a mechanic out there where, what is it? I think it's Typhoid Rats or something. Mm-hmm. So Typhoid Rat, it costs 1 swamp. It's a 1/1 rat. And it says it gets +1/+1 for every rat that you control named Typhoid Rats. And then any deck can have any number of Typhoid Rats. Any number of cards named Typhoid Rats. So the whole idea is that you run a whole deck called Typhoid Rats, and they only cost 1 swamp. So you just keep playing Typhoid Rats, and they keep buffing each other, and you try to overrun your opponent. So, yeah, so anyway. Security bypass.
That's pretty.
Yep. Enchant creature, as long as the enchanted creature is attacking alone, it can't be blocked. Pyre Sledge Arsonist. So it's a Vashino Shaman. He's a 2, he costs 3, it's a 2/2. Everything from damaged furniture to inconvenient corpses become fuel for Ziatora's ever-burning foundry. So, furniture and dead homeless people, I guess. I just go into the furnace. 1 attack, Pyre Sledge Arsonist deals X damage to any target where X is the number of permanents you sacrifice this turn. Rocco, Cabrietti Caterer. Look at this guy. He looks like he's like a priest or something. No, he's a...
Is he the Pope? A wizard? I was like, what are you doing?
He's a druid. I'm trying to zoom in on it.
You need a magnifying glass?
Yeah. Oh, so when he enters the battlefield, you can search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less, put it into the battlefield and shuffle. They wouldn't admit it, but some people joined a Cabrietti just for the food. Could you imagine that, joining like a church just for the food? Oh, that is beautiful.
Isn't that what our church is?
Maybe.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's really pretty. God, look at that. That's amazing.
So shiny.
That's an amazing... Oh, look, I got an Obscura Charm, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yours is a foil.
This is actually not a foil.
Okay.
I got a Botanical Plaza.
That's pretty. I like
that. That is pretty, yeah. Oh. I got a Mass Bandit.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. There's like a gold trim going on. Vigilance Menace. Exile Mass Bandit from your hand. Target land gains. Add a black, red, or green until Mass Bandit is cast from exile. You may cast Mass Bandit as long as it remains exile. Huh? Oh, okay, so I don't know what's going on here. So he's just he's a 5/5 raccoon. Oh, I got another mythic. Titan of Industry, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a creature elemental. When it enters the battlefield, choose 2. You can destroy target artifact or enchantment. Target player gains 5 life. Create a 4/4 green Rhino Warrior creature token, which they gave us a token at the beginning, and put a shield counter on a creature you control. So again, the whole idea is you exploit it. You find a way to blink it, and you just keep bam, 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 because it's the ETB effect. Jolene, Plunderer Queen. Kind of a cool little artwork. Whenever a player attacks one or more of your opponents, that attacking player creates a treasure token. If you would create one or more treasure tokens, instead create those tokens plus an additional treasure token. Sacrifice 5 treasures, put 5+1/+1 counters on Jolene. So you can buffer up. Oh, I always like this one. Extraction Specialist.
Oh. It's so different from the other cards.
It is. Well, it's the normal artwork. But it's 3. She costs 3. It's a 3 and a 2. Human Rogue Lifelink. When Extraction Specialist enters the battlefield, return target creature card with mana value 2 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. That creature can't attack or block for as long as you control Extraction Specialist. Okay. Oh, this is kind of cool. Obscura Interceptor. What do you think's going on there? She's like, there's like some.
She's making the globe float.
She's making the globe float. I like it. Ledger Shredder.
Wow,
He's a lawyer.
That's pretty, though.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, when a player casts their second spell each turn, Ledger Shredder continues. I like it.
I think they're about to close here.
Are they about to close? Are we done?
So we have 1 card left.
Alright, we'll do the speed run.
Speed run?
The speed run. Let's do
We
it.
both do it at the same time then?
Oh yeah, let's do it at the same time. Okay, here we go.
Alright. Really pretty.
I love it. It's a robot.
Yours.
Show me yours. I got a worm.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. Okay.
The mana card?
So you got a mountain. I got a Essence Scatter.
How come yours is all poison?
Well, it was a collector's booster.
Oh.
And then what did you open? You opened another Power Stone Engineer. Okay, I like it. Well, there's your problem. Resonance leak, lowering output by 30%. I can patch that up. Okay, whatever. I got a Haunted Mire.
It's pretty.
Yeah. Could you imagine living there? That's a house in a tree in the middle of a swamp.
I bet you it's comfortable.
Is it comfortable? Well, I tell people, Fog of War. You gain 1 life for each creature on the battlefield, prevent all combat damage. That's a good one. I got a Meteorite. When Meteorite comes in, it deals 2 damage to any target. Add 1 mana of any color. Scrapwork Mutt. I like it. It's a dog. It looks scary. I got a Shield Wall Sentinel.
So pretty.
Yeah, Defender. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with Defender, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle.
This one's pretty. This is pretty.
Forging the Anchor. Sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of artifact cards from among them. Put the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Electrostatic Infantry.
Oh, wow.
I like it. Dwarf Wizard.
Sorcery, no one left behind.
Yeah. No one left behind. Phyrexian Missionary.
It's pretty too.
Yeah.
No, baby. Don't break it.
Kicker.
We're almost done.
You got a full art island.
Oh, that's pretty.
Haywire Mire. Okay. That's pretty good.
Involuntary cooldown.
Involuntary cooldown. Okay. I got a Steward of Sires. Merfolk Druid. Creatures you control. Land creatures you control have flying. Whenever a land enters the battlefield and you control 7 or more lands, up to 1 target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature. Oh, that's good. That's a nice one. Yeah. Semblance Anvil. It's got the classic artwork. That's a really beautiful one. What do you got there? I got the Elder Dragon War.
Oh, pretty.
Huh. discard any number of cards, draw that 9 cards.
Finally, a flame.
Great Desert Prospector. Huh. Create a tap power stone token. Oh, and then you got that one.
It's deceiving.
I got Urbar Khan.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's beautiful artwork.
Which was that? Which booster or which set is that?
This was the Dominaria United collector booster. This is a good one.
See you, man.
Oh look, I got the Dragon Master. I got a Planeswalker.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's like $15.
Oh wow, you already know it too.
Squee. All right, so that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Done. Cut.
Good stuff. All right. Well, that was
Until
fun.
next time.
Until next time. It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah,
Bye.
it's a good booster one. Okay, we're out of here. We're getting kicked out.